That special report. Hey, my name's Jackie Bros.
Folks, people, this is Big Dunlap coming at you. Special report time, big news. You ever heard of Donald Trump? Well, guess what? Nothing's really changed.
It's kind of the same. It's like there's nothing really new. That's it always is. It's like, look at this indictment, my Lord. He looks so guilty. Like, well, he did before I saw the indictment, I'll be honest. Well, he looks more guilty now, all them boxers sitting in the bathroom and all that. Well, yeah, we saw boxers sitting around. None of it was really a surprise. Well, they had nuclear capabilities. Our allies, they had military vulnerabilities. Well, yeah, probably you said it was, they had classified documents. Isn't that what that is? I always thought that's what it is. And sure enough, it looks like that's what it is and what it was and what they got and what they don't got and what he moved from this room to that room and put it in that room and then called him up and said, I ain't got it here, get over there and get it. It's kind of, yeah. So it's, it looks bad. It don't look good, but it did look good beforehand. So I don't know what it all means. I guess he's indicted. That counts, don't it? That counts for something.
It's like in this American Trump era, which I'm sorry, that's the era. If you thought it was something else, nope, it's Trump era. Yep. Sorry, Taylor Swift. In this Trump era of American history, Jackie, it's sort of like in the Spider-Verse, where every Spider-Man has a Uncle Ben. Every Trump story has a toilet in it. We're never more than 6 degrees away from a toilet in any Trump incident. That's good for us here, where we love to talk about toilets.
Well, sure, he talks about toilets about as much as we do, because sometimes he brings it up himself. He says, toilet, you have to flush it 4, 5, 8, 9 times. What else does he do with the toilet? He flushes paperwork down the toilet. He puts all the boxes in by the toilet. Got a chandelier over his toilet. Did you see that picture? He's got a nice little chandelier over when he goes in and do his business.
Well, it's low enough that it helps him get up off the pot. He just reaches up there. He calls it a chandelier, but I really think it's just something to help him get up.
He got it.
Because Melania was like, I'm not doing this anymore, and they had a hard time hiring anybody. Because most of the job, if you work for Trump, half of it is helping him up off the toilet, and the other half is moving boxes.
Pretty much.
Now, you will get a Fox show. You won't get a Fox show. Let me take that back. You'll get something on, like, MAGA FM. But if you apply yourself, maybe you'll work your way up to Fox.
Well, Newsmax, maybe.
Maybe Newsmax.
Fox is a bit they're in a weird situation right now. Fox is transition anyway. Fox, I don't think is where you want to be right now. We're not really sure. Fox is, it's definitely in its transitional phase. Far as I know, if you MAGA whatever, just go get on Twitter. You'll be fine. You and Tucker be on Twitter, Muskie. Just go do that. I ain't going to be on there, so I don't give a damn. Get on there. Do whatever. We got some congressmen. We have some elected officials on that Twitters right now. They seem to be upset, like a lot of people seem to be. I don't know technically how many. Like, if you actually did the numbers, I don't think it'd be as many as they think it is. But, there's people upset that he's been indicted. And most of them, I don't really give a damn. It's a little bit concerning when our elected officials get on Twitters or wherever, it don't matter, and basically threaten violence or hint. They like to hint at violence a lot. That's one thing, the hint. Representative Andy Biggs, Arizona, says we have now reached a war phase. Is that where we're at? Is it a war phase?
How do you know when you've reached a war phase? When you remember where all your bridges are at? That's what...
Yeah. Know your bridges.
Clay Higgins said know your bridges. He put out this thing. he was saying like sounded pretty threatening, and also like somebody who got on a CB radio for the first time, trying to sound like damn old snowman and doesn't know what he's talking about.
Pretty much, I don't mean to interrupt you. I was going to say pretty much anybody talking about the Republicans as of now that are talking about the Trump situation, none of them really seem to know what they're talking about. I'm just going to say it right now. They ain't read the indictment, evidently. It don't matter what the indictment says.
It don't matter what the indictment
says. No, it don't matter what it says. Don't matter what it did. Don't matter what's in there. Don't matter who moved the box where.
Everybody on Twitter, every one of them is people defending Trump says, and the people in the this. Okay, first of all, I thought we were done. Well, around the time that we started, that we took our sabbatical, remember that? And we took, ain't nothing changed. I thought we'd come back refreshed. It's just as fucking depressing to get back on here now. When's the refreshment supposed to kick in? I didn't know we were still going to be on here talking about, bridges under attack. This is the guy I'm going to get attacked by an angry mob over? Toilet boxes? Dumb as a rock, crooked as a snake, mean as sin. Rock, snake, sin. That's why I'm gonna get beat up by a truck. Rock, snake, sin should be his damn campaign slogan. Rock, snake, sin. They'd be up in church next Sunday after he come out with that, going, sin is good, though. Sin is good.
I don't understand all those things. The one thing you talk about, you look at the indictment, what do you think? Oh, he's guilty as hell. The main thing I come away looking at any of it is how stupid can somebody be? How dumb can one human be? I mean, it's like I said, it's not surprising, but it's always kind of amazing that somebody's that damn stupid.
It really is amazing how dumb he is, and yet how successful. And maybe that's not. I mean, if you just are dumb, but just push for everything you want shamelessly, no matter what.
Yeah.
I guess that's an American success story. And also you come from a rich family.
Well, yeah, that's a big part of it right there.
That's a key.
It helps. There's got to be one MAGA out there. Say any one of y'all MAGA still that likes to listen to us so they can get mad or whatever. If you're out there, just tell me. If you read the indictment, you just go like, oh, I like Trump and he stand for it and he tough. But good Lord, he's pretty stupid. I mean, there got to be one or two of you out there that looked, read the indictment and just said, he did what? He told him to pull it out and put it over. What? No, he just saw it. All they had to do was give it back. That's the main thing. None of this would be happening right now. They would have let him slide over all this stuff. There's so many things that would have looked away.
Shit.
Nobody cares. No, just give it back.
People
made them do it.
What about Biden and Corvette boxes? Nobody gives a shit about the Corvette boxes. Nobody would give a shit if Trump had a bunch of boxes and he'd give them back. People would be like, well, whatever. Things happen. Like, we were confused about. I'll say when we first heard about these documents and Trump on the Trump side, before we knew that he was just holding on to them because he wanted them.
Yeah.
That I thought, well, there's no way that there's something in place that keeps everything, so that it goes into the records and nothing gets out that's supposed to be classified. I guess that's not as strong as I thought it was. I thought they knew where they were going with the new Star Wars movies, and obviously that wasn't true either. So sometimes people aren't really in control. But there still is a system because they figured out what Trump had. They figured out that these things were missing from Biden. They found them. Eventually it all gets back to where it's supposed to be. Maybe sometimes something's out somewhere in a Corvette and a spy sees it. Accidents happen, but this is him doing it on purpose, and also probably people are wondering, like, well, what was he going to do with it? I don't know if it's really possible for him to sell it to a bunch of spies or Chinese people or Saudi Arabia people.
I'm saying definitely.
Nefarious people from their governments.
We need to look into why, Jared Kushner got $800 million. I think that's definitely something. Just have something to do with this. I ain't saying that. I ain't going to no conspiracy thing. It could be just as much.
If we put, I'm just sorry to interrupt you, Jackie, but I just want to say, like, if it was Jared Kushner about to go to jail, nobody would give a shit. So
Nobody
I
give
wonder if
a
maybe
damn.
we ought to just let Trump, do his little shows and maybe actually go after Jared Kushner and see where that leads us, because nobody's going to blow up a bridge for Jared Kushner. Nobody,
No.
they ain't going to even memorize it. They ain't going to They don't get on damn ways and be like, "Where? Take me to a bridge." Nope, nobody gives a shit. They're like, "I'll look at them bridges tomorrow."
Yeah.
Sorry, Jackie, go ahead.
Well, the point was being like, why does he have them? Is he selling them? He's giving this. Who the hell knows? But I'm telling you, definitely one of the reasons he is going, look what, I mean, he's on tape doing it. Look at what I got. Look, he's on tape doing it. Look at what I got here. It's like when he takes people to his office. He's like, look, I got Shaquille O'Neal's shoe right there. He gave it to me after the game, blah, blah, blah. It's no different. It's the same thing. Look what I got. Here's going to war with Iran. Here's where our nuclear base. Look here what I got. That's it. He wanted to be able to do that whenever he wanted to, whenever he took a dump, whenever he has Vanilla Ice playing a show. But get one of them boxes back behind you for your next song, Ice House Baby. Read out something out to everybody. Tell them, look what I got. Look what I got.
It sounds like when people used to have slides and they'd have you over and you had to sit down. They'd show you slides of their vacation in Hawaii back in the 70s.
Yeah.
You'd be like, here's Mount Rushmore. And people would be like, Jesus Christ. I didn't know. First of all, we had to eat that damn dry chicken. Now we got to sit here and watch this shit. He's drunk. She's crazy. And now I'm watching them in Rapid City. Who gives a shit? That's what Trump was like with these boxes. If you went to Mar-a-Lago, 9 times out of 10, he made you sit down and look at a box of records. It's just the way it is. It's like people showing their dog on their phone. He was showing you records.
That's one good thing. At least that Nazi and Kanye West were bored out of their damn mind. At least you could, he showed them a nice. He had the Nazi and the Kanye West, Yeezy, whatever, what he wants to be called. Say everybody what he wants to say, Yeez. Had them come over, like, look at this box. Hang on. I said, that's nice. Wait, I got 58 more of these boxes here. Just sit tight.
I got some in the toilet. I got some in the damn, we got them all over the place. Some
Wait, I need to check with my body man first. I'll make sure where they're at this week, because I move them around a lot.
My lawyer been looking for these, and I'm like, I'll show that son of a bitch. Isn't he on your side? Well, for now. That's true with Trump. The lawyers never stay on your side for long.
They turned each other in. He had the lawyers. Basically, his whole law team is like his TV show. He's like, which one of y'all going to do it? Everybody saying, those 2 lawyers quit the morning after the indictment come in. They didn't want to have nothing to do with it. No, he fired them. He's like, I got indicted. Y'all ain't doing your damn job. You gone. But he had one lawyer here sign this paper for me, telling him I gave it all to you, wink, wink. And what that lawyer do, he gets on the phone, calls the other lawyer. He needs you to sign this over here if you come right over here. He knew better. It's like Survivor or something. You trying to weed out the lawyer, the last lawyer left. God bless you. That's a game I never want to damn win. Be the last lawyer standing next to that man.
Left.
That guy's he's the one that was trying to be the last one was the first one that the DOJ called in to testify against him. He got him to. That's how. He got rid of the lawyer.
He's so crooked, he doesn't even get client lawyer privilege because he's done so many crimes that doesn't even work anymore.
No.
Last lawyers. It is like a game show because none of them's going to get paid either.
Not a damn one. There ain't no winning this. And at the end, he got to find a lawyer between now and Tuesday, whenever this goes up. We're doing this Saturday, so he got to find a lawyer between now and Tuesday that can cover all this ground, all this indictment going up against the entire Department of Justice. Good luck. Good luck. Find it.
It's easy. Yeah. It's easy if you're J.D. Vance or Carrie Lake, say, you got to come through us and the gun people. Or J.D. Vance, where did he go? Harvard law degree going like, oh, no, You can't. It's wrong if we're going after presidents for how they store documents, which is like not even. And then everybody gets on Twitter and says, "Read." This is what I was saying before. If people have been hanging on the edge of their seat, where was he going? People say, "Read the document, JD." They ain't gonna read the document. They don't need to read the document. They know what they're gonna say. They are there to ignore the document. Now the lawyer he needs by Tuesday.
You mean the indictment, not the document, right? Yeah, you're saying read the
indictment. Is it a document?
It is, but we're dealing with so many different classified documents, indictments. I just want to be clear which one
Charges.
You want to read. Yeah, which one. I don't know which one.
The indictment. They're like, read the indictment, and then they're like, they're not going to read the indictment. They don't care. No. They may have read it. They may agree with it. They may disagree with it. Does not matter. They're all going to say that it's false charges, which is not great for not getting beat up by mobs. But the lawyer, the Tuesday lawyer, he can't ignore the indictment document because he's got to go up against real law people, except for the judge, who's iffy.
We don't know about the judge yet. She's already embarrassed herself a few times. As we learned with MAGA and people that support Trump, they don't seem to care. Embarrassment don't ever come into it. It just don't have nothing to do with it.
No. If she stays the judge, I guess that could be a little tricky. The same judges from before.
Well, they just went up above her head and they both threw it down, which both of those were conservative judges as well. But they, we're going to try to follow the law. That's what we said we'd do, and put the hand on the thing and all that. But yeah, she both of her decisions. Remember, that was when we would talk about special masters and all that. Remember back then, all them special masters.
Remember?
Yeah.
That was why we took a goddamn sabbatical, and now we're back here.
Yep.
With this.
I guess it's good.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I just going to say.
We can't contain ourselves.
It's good that he's indicted because he should follow the law, but I also don't like gloating about it. I don't like people putting up funny pictures of Jack Smith and beating up. I didn't like it when Trump did that. I don't like when anybody does that stuff. It's still a horrible, disgraceful day for American history. And for a lot of reasons. It's shameful that every time a Republican says it's shameful that the DOJ is indicted federal charges against the president. I agree, it is. It's absolutely shameful. It was shameful when you elected a career criminal into office. What do you think was going to happen?
Yeah.
It's also shameful. Our allies, because they're never going to trust us again. I mean, sure, they're like, well, Biden, he's fine, but they know damn well Trump could be back in there. He could be they'll be moving the boxes to his prison cell. That could be a legitimate thing that could be happening in this country. You say, oh, that's crazy. Look what's happened so far. How the hell, I don't know.
Listen, if he got like a Paul Sorvino damn prison cell and was president, if he got to be president prisoner, but didn't really have to suffer that much, that'd be perfect for him because he gets to be victim and president.
Yeah, at the same time.
At the same time, he'd get to do his little speeches from the cell, and he'd pray, oh, poor, pitiful me, dip, and then he'd be like, making spaghetti sauce or whatever.
But our allies should never go, all their, military vulnerability, nuclear capability, all that stuff in a bathroom, at least under a chandelier, you give it that, and on the same stage as Vanilla Ice before. That's where that stuff goes. When they give us that intel, that's where it winds up. And I'm sure, like I say, well, Biden ain't going to do that. Here's the difference, too. Well, Biden is Corvette and all that stuff. When they found the box at Biden, did he grab the box, put it back in the Corvette, and drive the hell off? Come get me. No, he didn't do it. That's the difference. Also, I'm pretty sure that the stuff that they found with him is nowhere near what this was. It had to be, military and war stuff. Otherwise, what's the point of showing it off? Nobody wants to see some classified thing about scientists did on the weather or whatever. Nobody wants to see that. They won't see the Iran war stuff. They want to see how many nuclear silos are over here in check all that area. That's what they want to see. Other stuff ain't worth showing off. Got to be the real stuff. That's reading the hell on to it for that long.
I mean, he was daring them to arrest him.
Repeatedly. They gave him a year. They gave him over a year to keep throwing it in their face.
And I dared cops to arrest me before. And, sometimes they go for it if they got, some time and wanting to work out a little bit on me. But a lot of times they're like, I know I don't want to touch him. I don't want him in the car. And I feel like the DOJ was going through a little bit of that too. They're like, this ain't worth it. Well, he's telling us, and we got these documents, and he's still got some we ain't even found. It's like, yeah, but I don't want him in the holding cell talking to. I don't want to see him on TV. I don't want to have to listen to his one phone call. I don't want to hear the speeches. They say ACAB, but it's hard not to have sympathy for any law enforcement officer who has to go arrest Trump.
In this situation, yeah, definitely, yeah.
In this situation, it's not a great. So I'm sure they were like, I don't know. People are like, well, why they got him? And then this isn't even. People are like, well, we're gonna blow up the bridges, but what about the next 3?
He got 2 more at least coming. He got 2 more coming. He got Atlanta coming. That's coming. He had one indictment up in New York. And, of course, he gets mad about this. He wants everybody. I think he's doing a rally tonight. He wants everybody out in the streets. He wants to see everybody out there. But, they didn't happen in New York. Didn't hardly nobody show up. Few people showed up, I guess, out front of Mar-a-Lago. So you got to be careful about how you ask people to do stuff because you don't want egg on the face. Now, Florida, he might get some crazies out there. And that's fine with me because right now, I saw today, there are literal Nazis in front of Disney World. Thank you, Ron DeSantis, for that. When you take your child to Disney World, you got to drive through, I'm not even making this up, Nazis with giant swastika flags standing at the front of the Disney, protesting Disney. Now, if he can get them to leave Disney World, come down to, Miami courthouse, give them something to do, give them someplace else to go. Please, DeSantis wants them at Disney. He wants them there. Just get them away from the children. I'm fine with that. Let them go over there. So I don't know. We'll see what happens Tuesday. I have no idea. Don't nobody know what's going on. He going to jail, isn't he? He go like if you add all the counts up, it comes up to 500 something years and all that. I don't know if he's going to jail. I don't know. First thing, I'll be honest. I didn't know he was going to be indicted. Here we are. Every step of the way is something new. He might be going to jail.
He might be pardoning himself on the day he takes office again.
Yeah.
He might be in jail, get sworn in, and then pardon himself. And then his first presidential act is the "Give me the keys, Ron" act. He walks right out of there. They play Hail to the Chief. I mean, that'd be pretty cool if it wasn't Trump. Like, that's kind of cool. I get with Burt Reynolds or something. And like,
oh, yeah.
That'd be cool. Like an old 70s movie. President Burt Reynolds.
Best ending, the longest yard ever. Like, give me the key. I won the Super Bowl. Let me out, and I'm president now, too.
Yeah.
Usually, when he's in prison, it's a good movie. If Burt Reynolds, Longest Yard, and then White Lightning. If
White
Lightning,
that's a good one.
It's pretty good. Burt Reynolds in prison. You pretty good. You're good company. Now there may be some later made for TV movies I can't speak on that he was in jail.
Nobody wants to see old Burt Reynolds in. Oh wait, well, isn't he in jail in what's that one where he's like an old safecracker or something? Is he started out in jail in that? I don't know.
Well, he's not. He went to jail. He don't go to jail, and that was actually pretty good. But his little buddy go to jail. He goes to visit him in jail. So there you go.
Oh, well, okay.
He goes to jail, but he's not locked up in it. Either way, if he's at the jail, it's usually pretty good, I think. Most of the time, it's pretty good.
This just goes to prove that you don't need a big old house with a lot of extra rooms because they just get filled up with junk. Yeah. I mean, really, you just need a couple bedrooms, maybe a spare, like an office or something, like if we're going to get fancy.
Keep
like
life
a
simple.
bath and a half. Because it's just old clothes and exercise bikes and invasion of Iran plans. It doesn't take long for it just to get junked up.
Next thing you know, you got
not long
people,
at all.
I can't even get in this room anymore. Move all these classified documents over to the garage.
What was the one thing in the indictment about Melania not wanting him to take the boxes on the plane. Like, there's no room. Why does he keep putting these boxes on the damn plane?
Yeah, you better not ask her to move a damn box. I guarantee you, I know how that'd end up. That wouldn't end up good. Like, get them off. I don't even want them on a plane. You and your boxes.
It's like, I can't believe it turned into him basically just like the jerk at the end of the movie, just carrying around a box and a lamp and just remembering.
You can take it all, but you can't have these Iran war plans. Take all of it. You can take this, take it. Oh, you can't have these nuclear silo placements. I'm keeping that. The paddleball, this chair, Iran Millie war plans. That's all I want.